Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon. But today we're going to work with the energy of the sun. The sun has moved into Libra. And for you, that is happening in your 5th house of fun and romance and creativity. And so we're going to take a look at how that's going to play out for you over the next 4 weeks. I went and I sat in meditation at a little river, not a little river, a little lake near me yesterday. And so to get into everyone's energy, and yours was interesting because what I do, and this is something anyone could do, is you could just sit and center yourself. And then what do you observe? And so what I observed when I did that was I observed the swans. They were out grooming themselves. And so that is self-care through a time of transformation. So if something is happening in your life, either mentally, emotionally, physically, that requires you to go through some sort of a transformation, say you have a surgery scheduled, you are going through a breakup, you are going through a job change situation, a family dynamics, whatever that change and transformation is, self-care, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself is going to be very important. I heard the words healthy boundaries. So establishing healthy boundaries. Okay, so if you are recovering from something and saying no, I'm sorry, I would love to go, but I can't. If it's a emotional breakup that you're getting over and your ex is like, yeah, but baby, how about tonight anyway, just for old time's sake, where are your boundaries? Don't let somebody walk all over you. If it's a family situation, and they're got their hands out and they want money, and you're like, I really can't afford to do that, and say no. So time, energy, emotional, whatever it is, be willing to say no. And then the swans, like, upended into the water. They were diving deep for what they needed. They were looking for food, grass, whatever they were eating. And so being willing to dive deep into the emotional waters to get what you need to take care of yourself was what I got from that. There were fish jumping. Fish always represent to me financial abundance. And so I feel like opportunities for financial opportunities are going to be appearing out of nowhere. So be willing to keep your eye open for them and take advantage of them when you see them. And then the sun broke out and the water looked really blue, because it had looked gray all the time I was there, and all of a sudden it was like brilliant blue, which is throat chakra. So again, be willing to say no, be willing to speak up, to ask for what you need, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself. Those were the messages that I got from my time of meditation on your sign. I want to offer you the opportunity. I am going to I'm going to offer 15 personal readings, much like these that I'm doing right now, for the month ahead. They're only going to be $19.99. You can just email me if you'd like it. It'd be the same cards plus, not the same cards, but the same decks plus your chakra insight. What chakra areas need to be realigned, the true love, what steps can you take? These are very much about taking action steps toward what you can do to bring relationship issues into a better light. We have the angel of abundance, financial opportunities, how to take advantage of them, soul coaching. What does the spirit really want you to know about you, that you should be loving yourself and caring for yourself? And then the dragons, because we are going through so much transition. So what is spirit there guiding you and protecting you through? So all the aspects of your life, in addition to the cards that we're going to go through today, but they'll be personalized just specially for you. But because I don't have to take time to pick out all the cards before a reading, instead of my usual rate, I cut it it'll be like a 30-minute reading, and it'll only be $19.99. So if you like that, I only have 15 slots open. So email me, and then when you do, you should email me your sun and moon and rising if you know it, just because it'll make it easier for me to get you better messages for what you need. So let's look into the overall messages for this month for you. And we have that we're fast. Snake, live according to your divine essence. The snake is very much about self-knowledge, willing to transform, to shed your skin. It's also about health matters to me. When I see the snake, I always think of, you know, that snake on the medical sign. So the transitioning out of a negative situation, lifting yourself up, being willing to shed the skin, to make choices, to make changes. And it's also divine knowledge and wisdom coming to you is what I get from the snake. And we have the whale, which is live as a fully conscious being. That is tapping into your Akashic records. Your Akashic records is the records that your higher self knows, has. You can tap into this information. It is about all of your lives and everything you have learned. And that's part of it. Okay, so tapping into that. And also, when I hear fully conscious being, I mean, that is being aware of everything that's going around and listening to your intuition and noticing what you notice and pulling those pieces in. And it's very much like what I did yesterday. That's fully conscious when you like settle in and you go, what do I notice? So if you're trying to figure out some aspect of your life, settle in and go, okay, what do I notice? Where's the information? What do I need to move myself forward? So that is a really great way to proceed forward through this month while you're trying to figure things out. So the new moon, which is happening on the 28th of September, that's planting the seeds of attention in your house of fun and romance and creativity. It's a good time to get pregnant if it's something you want. If not, it's a good time to get pregnant, heads up. And then the full moon is happening in your 11th house of groups and group activity. So what do you need to let go of to start moving things forward? Moving things forward in your fun and romance. So maybe you need to release some bad habits. Maybe you need to it's in the house of groups and group activities though. So maybe the job is holding you down, or some group of people you hang out with, or you know. Okay then. All right. And yes, so groups and group activities. Did we mention that we're going to be talking about groups and group activities? This card is about how you view yourself and how people view you, and also that the people you hang out with reflect your value system. And so if they don't, there might be some changes need to be made. So when I hear living as a fully conscious being, in conjunction with that, I also want to say, you know, this feels like this feels like taking care of the planet to me, like making some choices and decisions in regards to that arena. Also, things that might work for you. So if you're, I don't know, being more socially conscious. Let's go with that. So what are your value systems? So if you have people that are like being degrading to other people and that's bothering you, then maybe you need a different group of friends to hang out with, okay? Or speak up, you know, because again, we have that throat chakra. So maybe you need to speak up and say, you know what, I wish you guys wouldn't talk like that about people. It makes me really uncomfortable. It could be something like that. All right, so if you've never seen my 9-card spreading, the center card is the key to the situation, and the key to the situation is being centered within yourself. This is being really in contact with spirit. This is being in contact with your inner child. See all the children sitting there? This is spending time in prayer and meditation. This is being so conscious. This is fully conscious living. This is being so conscious of who you are and your connection with spirit at all times, and your connection with the earth, because you see how they're all sitting on the ground, and it just is, it's that connection. And the snakes are very close to the ground too, and so that transformation, you know, shedding the old skin, finding a new way of being, in groups and group activities, right, that satisfy you on a very fun level, on a very emotional level, on a creative level. So this is past, present, future. This is thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay, so in the past, you were seeking information, trying to get guidance on what do you want? So you have your wishes fulfilled. And so either something came to you that you really wanted and you were like, I need more information on that, or you were seeking information to get something that you wanted, because it's in the house of the book, the secrets, the knowledge coming in. And so we have wishes fulfilled. Currently, what's on your mind, the place that you want to transform, is in that area of security. We have the nest, and this is about feeling safe and secure where you are, the community you're in, the family that you're in. So, I mean, perhaps you were thinking that you were living in a neighborhood that is not safe, and maybe it's time to move. This is thoughts, though, right? And this is currently what you're thinking about. How do I feel safe and secure where I am? How do I feel nurtured where I am? Again, I go back to if you're going through surgery, this would be, you know, do you have the systems in place to help you through the recovery process? In the future, ooh. Okay, so you're thinking about what you've lost. I have a feeling that it is quite likely that you speak up and you say, hey, people, I don't like that, whatever that is, and you lose a few friendships and it feels like a loss to you. And I would really like you to consider that people who are no longer in alignment with you, then your time together has just passed. So it is okay to let them go and to let them move on. It is okay to release, like, so say this is a breakup of a family situation. Maybe you thought in the past you had this great family situation, but now you're like, I'm trying to keep it together, but in the future, like, it's lost. You know, so it could be something like that. It could be a work situation. It could be a community group situation, something that you thought was really all together, and it looks like you're trying to keep it together here. You're trying to do the right things. In the future, you're going to feel like it's lost. But the thing about that, again, is that we grow and we change. And right now, growing, changing, and evolving is happening at a much faster pace than it did even 20 years ago. There's been so much happening since like 2012. The world is really accelerating and changing. And, you know, I just feel the last 2 decades since, you know, 9/11, there's been like really dynamic shifts in the world, way groups and group activities react to each other. And in countries around the world, there's so much division and stuff and so much hardlining, like I believe this, so I can't be with people who believe that. There's a lot of that going on as people are trying to figure out how to be in this world. But I say be centered within yourself. Always. Be centered within yourself. You don't necessarily need to align with the ideals of everybody that you're in contact with. But some people might feel like they need to be like that. They need you to reflect back exactly, or they're like, I'm out of here. Well, if they can't accept you as the individual that you are, the centered person that you are, that's just trying to build a community, it might not be that much of a loss. In the past, you felt like the time was running out. You were very anxious and worried about time slipping away on something. Maybe on getting your wishes fulfilled. You felt something slipping away. In the future, all right, we have the Hilaron. This is accessing your Akashic records. This is asking spirit. So spend this time in meditation and ask for guidance from your higher self, from your guides, from your angels, from your ancestors, to access the information and knowledge you need, and so that you can intuitively make decisions that move your life in the direction in which you really need to be going. And in the recent past, we have the Queen of Scrolls. Now, the Queen of Scrolls was in the reverse. And because it's in the arena of obstacles, I think that, yes, you were having trouble finding the right words. Journaling. I just want to say, whenever I see this, I just think you should be journaling. I find journaling a really great way to get in touch with spirit. Like, start writing down what you're thinking, what you're feeling. But I feel like a lack of communication was a major obstacle. So in this group situation, whatever this situation is, it feels like communication should have been happening that wasn't happening, or the negative communication was happening that shouldn't have been happening. Communication was somehow a problem. Okay, in the current situation, this was in the reverse, but you can change whatever you want. And so I'm putting it in the upright. It's the ascent. Don't allow yourself to be dragged down and feel like you are in misery over what other people are saying or doing. What people think about you is none of your business. You take your high ground. You stand on the high ground. You stand strong. You stand powerful. You stand and survey everything around you and go, I am me, and I am comfortable with that. And in the future, this is beautiful. Fun and romance, right? This is working on a passion project. Something that moves you, something that gets you excited to get out of bed, to go work on it. But you'll notice that he's solitary. And so I feel like there's a moving away from some kind of a group. Could be a family dynamic. It could be a community. It could be friends. It could be a work association. There's something that was not working the way you really wished it would. And it's going to feel like a loss. But you focus on you doing your passion project that you create, that you get in touch with and center yourself and be who you are. And allow the healing to happen. There are no healing cards here. I feel like that comes next. And that probably happens like next month when the sun is in Scorpio, and that's all about that transformative energy. Right? Scorpio is about the transformation, but for you it'll be in your 6th house of balance. So the transformation for you will come through finding that work-life balance. So first, I think that it is a decision that you make. That if people are not in alignment with you and your value system, then that's not where you're supposed to be. And your willingness to accept that because you are centered in yourself and you are sure who you are. Look at this. You feel trapped. She has a sword right there and she's just tied down by some ribbons. Cut the ribbons and set yourself free. Set yourself free from this negative situation. It's available to you. You can do this. You don't have to let them pile on top of you. You can cut the ribbons, the cords of negative energy, and set yourself free and fly. Look, it's an angel. She has a mask on, which means she has been trying and pretending to try to fit into some situation in which she does not fit, and it makes her feel all tied up. And again, I see the surgery. The sword really looks like the sword in the, in the health situation. And so if you have upcoming surgery, I feel like that the surgery will free you from a lifestyle that hasn't been working out. There might be some kind of a loss that comes with it. It could be financial because it's in keys. So maybe you're going to feel like they're ripping you off. So pay attention to the bill. Go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Work with your insurance company if that's the case. Okay, you have lavender, let go of anxiety in the heart space. And you have magnify your intentions. So magnify your intentions says choose a specific goal to work toward. Your energy is spread out among too many ideas. Please bring your focus back to the key intention and let your angels help. So make sure you're asking for guidance, but that's this. This is focusing on one passion thing. Really focusing on that, not so much about what's going on around you. Let your anxieties go and raise your vibration, which is, again, about letting your anxieties go. We are having the weirdest weather. The sun is shining and it is pouring down rain all of a sudden. Okay, so let your anxieties go. Raise your vibration. Allow the flow of grace to come to you. I mean, when it starts raining in the sunlight like that, to me that says that is spirit showering grace down upon you. So raise your vibration. Maintain a positive outlook. It's a frangipani, by the way. I love frangipanis. That's what they make the leis out of when you go to Hawaii. It says your intuitive feelings are accurate messages from the angel. So this is the Hilaran. Asking for the guidance. And then allowing the information to come to you. That's this Buddha. Right? So spending time in prayer and meditation, listening to the guidance that you're getting, and letting go of your anxieties and fear about time running out or whatever, setting yourself free. Setting yourself free. When I was doing the Taurus video, there was this loud noise outside, and the big old limb of the tree came down and wiped out half the fence. So I hear the noise again, and I paused. It was like, what is that now? But it was rain pouring down on top of the... just really for like 30 seconds, and then it stopped. Really weird. Ooh, you have serendipity. You have serendipity. Things are working out in divine timing the way they're supposed to. See the clover? Whatever it is that you think you're losing, you're not. You're where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do. Just focus on this one goal and allow the opportunities to flow to you, and the right person will show up to help you. You have a leg up. That means there is somebody around that will help you. You're not having to climb this mountain alone. You might feel like it. This group might not be the group for you, right? It might be changing groups, but that'll be okay. That'll be okay. Set yourself free. You do not need to be this. That looks horrible. Okay. Alright, let's see what we get here. Let's talk. Okay, so you have black obsidian. I pay attention to what's going on around me and within me. I am attentive. Live consciously. Pay attention to the details going on around you. Staying centered within yourself and allowing this to happen. Green aventuring keeps showing up for lots of people in private readings, and then a couple of signs so far. It is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. So, it feels like you might need to go through some physical, if it's surgery, or emotional or mental healing from this transition where you feel like you have a loss. And so focusing on what you can control, and you can control your health habits. You can control your positive thoughts. You can control your time in meditation. You can make space for all the healthy stuff. Drinking plenty of water, eating healthy foods, walking, journaling. You choose what it is that makes you feel better, but make a habit out of it. Be prepared, because when that sun moves into Scorpio, it is going to be about having good health habits. So go ahead and get a leg up on it. Get a leg up on it and start now, right? Start now. And then we have, ooh, this is beautiful. You have, I don't know how to say it though, copyright. It says, I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and exercise outdoors. So get outside. They're really encouraging you to take care of yourself. Physical health looks really important here, but physical health helps with mental health, helps with emotional health. So take some time, do some activities, get outside, go just, even if all you do is you sit and meditate in nature. If it is too hard to walk, say you're recovering from something, at least get outside. Don't stay in the stuffy indoor air, okay? All right. Whew. That was a lot. All right, so we will talk again. I'll be back on Thursday with next week's readings. And if you would like the $1.99 equinox reading is general for all the signs, but that one, just email me and I'll send you the link to that. Let me know which ones you want. And then the personalized reading just for you is about 30 minutes. That one is $19.99. Email me, and don't forget to let me know what your sun, moon, and rising are, whatever you know, and we will take care of that. All right, thanks. Have a great week. We'll talk soon.